Honestly, this is so hard to watch and talk about. I don't even want to post this. I don't want to put this up on YouTube. This is so very embarrassing. Hey, thanks for being here. I'm Justin, and this is my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be looking at this illustration that I finished recently. And honestly, I'm very proud of this illustration and how it turned out. But the process of how I got there was not only not orthodox, it was honestly disappointing. It took me so long to recognize the mistakes I was making, and I think if any mentor of mine were watching this, they'd be cringing. So hopefully they're not, but if you are, like and subscribe. All right, so let's dive into this horrible process. So when I started out this painting, I was excited about it. You know, you get to the beginning of a painting and you get to just throw down colors, and I'm thinking through my value. And I'm not really thinking about the color of it. It's a lot more the value and the feeling of it. And so I'm putting down these colors, but you see very quickly, I put down this blue on top of that yellow. And then I put down this really weird dark red, and things start graying out really quickly as I'm color picking. And we get a very weird combination of colors. At this stage, I should have caught it, that my value structure was broken. The color harmony was wrong. And what do I do here, right here? Oh my goodness. I switch my brushes. Now, in my defense, I did boost the values while I did that, which was a good thing. But in what world do you see a painting like this and you think, you know what's the problem? My brushes. I continue down this horrible road, pushing my darks darker and into this really weird, warm scarlet color, and pushing the blues into this weird, very gray, alien-looking thing. I mean, honestly, this woman at this stage looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy villain or something. Like, this is not human. It's disgusting. So I keep going and trying to fix this by adding more detail, making my brushwork more interesting, and it's just gray and gross and just so very disappointing. And honestly, this is so hard to watch and talk about. I don't even want to post this. I don't want to put this up on YouTube. This is so very embarrassing. I mean, this honestly is a disgusting painting at this point. And what I just needed to do is step back and take a second look at it to realize that, but instead I just kept grinding down. And right here, things start to change, thankfully. But I mean, up until this point, this is hours of painting and trying to figure out what's going on. And all I needed to do was probably just take a break, step back, look at some really good reference. So here I am, I start punching in some deep reds, and now those pinks, and now you see the skin color. So she starts to come to life. You can feel her breathing almost at this point. And my colors are still following the harmony I'd set up early on, where the light is cool and the shadow is warm, but we've got that local color of the skin. And it's just like, you watch this and you like almost feel relieved, like that alien just became a human woman. And that's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. So now that is what I should have been at the very beginning when I blocked it in. So we've gone all the way back, but I do think there was value in starting where I started and getting all kinds of messed up and making all of these horrible mistakes, and not just cleaning the canvas, but instead painting over it. And I'm not sure exactly what that value is, and maybe I'm just saying it's valuable when it wasn't, but there's just kind of a mentality of not giving up. Every time you start over, I feel like you don't really get the chance for your mind to work through what the mistakes were. But when I'm doing this paint over thing, which is really easy digitally, I'm able to see the changes of my painting, and that gives me like just a boost of positivity, like, oh wait, I'm doing the right thing now. And so by painting on top of it instead of just starting over, I realized what my mistakes were, and I get that awesome positive feedback of, oh, I'm moving in the right direction. Let's keep going. When I started shooting this video and it's the alien woman at the beginning, I was just sweating. And now like my whole body just watching this time lapse is relaxed. Like, okay, we got to a point where I can be proud of this block-in and the movement forward. Now we start to move into these eyes. These eyes were a real problem for me. Unfortunately, my screen recorder stopped working, so you don't actually get to see, but I redid that left eye, right eye, stage, left eye, like 4 or 5 times. But right here, I'm really proud of my shadows. They're not dropped super dark, and I think that gives this really cool fairy tale-y feeling that I'm going for. It should feel kind of neoclassic in its style, and I think pulling those shadows warmer and not as dark, and as well as those pupils, I think really gave it a kind of a very classic and neoclassic feel that I was going for, which was really exciting. So here we are. It's painterly and fun, but it's really beautiful. And now we get to do some fun things like outline the face, and now we add those hands in the front, which gives this really cool depth to this illustration. I feel like, you know, as soon as you watch that get darker, all of a sudden you're able as the audience to really enter into this painting, this illustration. And I think that's really fun. It's just, I love the process of painting, and when you get that point where you get to add foreground and that gives the depth for your audience to enter into your painting, that is just a really exciting thing. So now I get to play a little more because I have such a solid foundation. I can be more painterly. I can start pushing the style and having fun, because the hard work of figuring out, boy, what is my color harmony supposed to be in this, and what is the value structure of this, and what is the composition of this, is all figured out. And now we're digging through the details, and that's hard work also, but I find it a lot more fun and just freeing because all of the difficult decisions have been made and the painting's moving in the right direction, which again just gives you that positive feedback, and you get to keep moving forward here. So we're adding in the shirt, the ear, we've got our male character blocked in and his hand holding that woman, and that is the final illustration. I did a little more finishing touches brushwork wise that I forgot to record, but here is that final illustration, and I'm really proud of it. I really am very proud of the finished product here, but getting here was clearly a challenge. I have started the next illustration in this series, and what I'm hoping for is I'm going into it with a good enough mental picture, a good enough game plan that I don't make the same mistakes I made in this illustration. So stay tuned. That time lapse is coming soon. Thank you so much for following along. Please do like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Thanks. Bye.